Well, as you've heard about, there was a contest going on, and I will probably, not post any guides because, there's a championship challenge guide going on this week, so I'll make a guide about that tomorrow instead of the hot zone guide. I'll post about that later on though. So yeah. And by the way, today we're going to be talking about my May 2021 contest missions. I have chosen 3 modes out of the 7. So for the first set, instead of gem grab, I chose hot zone because, first of all, I'm more familiar with hot zone in general, and second of all, hot zone is such a diverse mode. You can choose between 1, 2, or 3 zones. It's just that flexible, and the map that I created uses teleporters as well as 3 zones. Not much that you would expect from a regular hot zone map, but here it is. So I tried to make everything original as possible. Spawns being in a different location, as well as the teleporters take you to literally, and I mean literally, the other side of the map. um, and it's kind of a fun map in general. I used to have rope fences connecting the middle structure, but I realized that that was a little bit trappy if for the team that attacks. Although they can use teleporters, but I don't really want them to force to use the teleporters. I want them to be some sort of amusement, not a necessity like a massive attack, of course. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure that this map would fare well in the contest. I mean, it's super generic in my opinion. There is, however, the teleporters that help with the originality, but apart from that, the zone placements and the spawn placements are irregular. There's really nothing that stands out about it. So yeah, that's it for hot zone. Let's hop onto the set number 2. So set number 2, I chose Siege because I don't know why, I just like Siege as a mode in general. I know that a lot of you will argue about that, but let me explain. Okay, so Siege, the truth is not many people like Siege. It is probably the least played game mode along with Hot Zone, and there is a reason for that. It's because the mechanics in Siege are just complicated, and it's too complex for the average player to understand, as well as all of the other modes. They're just easier to play and a bit more fun compared to Siege. But however, I just like Siege a lot because there is so much potential that you can do with a larger 3v3 map, and that is where I created Set Apart. So the name just sounds so good. And so basically there's like these 2 spirals in the center that just almost connect each other, and there are some walls blocking a few of them. Some might say it's like a mini version of Ice Fort. However, it is not. It is actually 2 ice forts if you're comparing them, but however, it does not resemble Ice Fort at all, because Ice Fort, there's like a lot of small or big bush compartments. On this one, it's just like 2 spirals connecting each other, kind of like double Zoo style. And so it's a little bit hard to travel into these bushes, I must say. You can't really use these bushes to its full potential, especially when the bolts, they just spawn in the center, and who really wants to sneak up into those bushes and use them while you have bolts to spawn. So that is something that I should fix if there's something to fix about this map. And the center, well, it's just really open because the sides of the map kind of favor these short range brawlers, or these really controlled brawlers. So I want the mid to be a safe place for long range brawlers such as Brock or something. Let them shine. And yes, there are some throw pockets. I did that on purpose though, but yeah, don't don't at me about that. And the siege area, it's just really generic at all. If I'm going to be honest, it's kind of simplified as well. I really do like the look, but it's kind of generic. And for the set 3 map, I have the Outrage. And yes, the map, it's kind of like a joke name, but if you really look closely at the map, you can see, those bushes style kind of like detached from the main center, and that is where I really got the outrage from. It's like everything just goes into utter chaos, and I just want to illustrate that by making this map. However, it is actually a playable map, I must say, even with all of the long bushes and rope fences, and the rope fences are actually useful on this map. And the reason why I chose Showdown over Brawl Ball, apart from Showdown, it's much harder to make, and Brawl Ball, it's kind of easy to make. It's because I just want to challenge myself with a Showdown map instead of a Brawl Ball map, because Brawl Ball, I've made like thousands of these. I could just use one of my old concepts and put it in the new contest. And second of all, my IRL friends want me to get a Showdown map in game, so that's kind of why. And I do believe that this map is balanced, although I don't think that there's really anything original except from the bushes and kind of like the long, medium, large structures and the box placements. It's really just scattered around the mid and not really of them around the side, so it's really just a fight for who can get the many boxes from the mid. So it's pretty interesting how this will play out. Well, though there are a lot of large bushes, especially on the sides, but no one really uses them anyway, so I guess they're really there for aesthetics. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the whole map. I mean, the Outrage spawns in a circle. Asteroid Belt, my hot zone map. I don't think I've mentioned the name yet, but yeah, I didn't realize that it was a star-powered, a gadget name after all. So for Primo, I didn't really realize that until one day later that I made the map, which was kind of unfortunate and funny at the same time, because they might just change the name to something new if they do get added into the game. So I'm really excited for the next stage of qualifiers, if there is one. There's not one to be confirmed yet, but I do hope that there's one, so that we have a general better idea of seeing which maps will we get into the update next, and I will update you that on this channel right here. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But again, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next